It's about a young boy named Johnny. He grew up in a small West Virginia coal town. His dad worked in the coal mines, but he got hurt and was unable to work. Johnny's family was struggling financially, so his mom was working 2 jobs and selling baked goods to try to help support his family. Johnny's sister, who was a senior in high school, was working a job tutoring other boys and girls. Well, Johnny, being 13 years old, said, "Mom, I want to get a job. I want to help the family." And Johnny said, "You know old lady McAfee, who lives about a mile down the road? She's always looking for somebody to come to her house to help. But nobody will never go help her because they say she's crazy. But Mom, can I go get a job?" And Johnny's mom said, "I tell you what, if you go to old lady McAfee's house Monday after school, if she will let you work, I will allow you." So Johnny got up on Monday morning, went to school. After he got off the bus, he went to old lady McAfee's house, knocked on the door. And old lady McAfee came to the door, opened it up and said, "What do you want, boy?" And Johnny said, "Well, ma'am, are you still looking for help? I would like to apply for that job. You have to post it." And old lady McAfee looked at Johnny and said, "Johnny, you're kind of small. But I tell you what, if you promise me you will work these next 4 days and work as hard as possible, I will pay you a reward greater than money." Johnny said, "I will take the job." Johnny went home. He told his mom and dad and sister he got a job. He was so excited. On Tuesday, he went to school. He got off the bus, walked to old lady McAfee's house, knocked on the door. Old lady McAfee said, "Johnny, see all that brush? I want you to move it. I want you to move all that yard work. I want you to move them stumps. I want you to do all this work." So Johnny worked for almost 4 hours till it got dark. At the end of the day, he knocked on the door. She opened the door and looked and said, "You done a good job. Let me give you a reward." Johnny held out his hand, hoping to maybe a $20 bill or a $50 bill, and old lady McAfee handed him a lump of coal and said, "You come back tomorrow," and shut the door. As Johnny walked home, he's thinking, "I worked hard all day for 4 hours for a worthless piece of coal. I'm going to quit. I'm not going to come back. I can't believe she treated me like that." But Johnny, when he got home, he remembered he promised his mom. He promised old lady McAfee he would work the next 4 days. So he went Wednesday. He worked at her house. You know what old lady McAfee gave him? A lump of coal. But he went back again on Thursday. And you know what she paid him? A lump of coal. Finally, he went back on Friday. He went in the house. Their job was to clean out the attic, clean out the living room, straighten the whole house up, and they got it spotless. And old lady McAfee said, "You done a good job. Let me give you your reward." Johnny held out his hand thinking, "Finally, I'm going to get some money to help my family." And she handed him, you guessed it, a piece of coal. And then she said, "I got one more thing for you." She reached up on a shelf. She got this blue old goblet and told Johnny, "When you get home tonight, put your treasure, put your coal in there, make a wish, and cover it up before you go to bed." And she shut the door. As Johnny walked home, he was thinking, "I worked for 4 days. I got worthless coal and some piece of junk yard sale coffee mug. What a sucker. I cannot believe I was treated that way." But when he got home, he put his coal in the old goblet. And before he went to bed that night, he took a pencil holder and covered it up and he went to sleep. He woke up the next morning. It was Saturday morning. Like every Saturday, his mom was making breakfast. He could smell the bacon, the eggs. He got up. He started to walk down the hallway to the kitchen. He said, "Wait, I forgot about it. Let me go. I'm going to show my mom and dad what old lady McAfee gave me. 4 pieces of coal and an old worthless coffee cup." He walked to it. He took the cover off. He could not believe his eyes. They called it coal. And now turned to precious diamonds. He ran to the kitchen. He said, "Mom, Dad, sister." He told her how he worked for old lady McAfee, how she gave him 4 lumps of coal, how he made a wish, and it turned to diamonds. So after he ate breakfast, he walked to old lady McAfee's house to thank her for the diamonds. When he got to her house, he knocked on the door, but nobody answered. He knocked on the door again. Nobody answered. Finally, he took his hand and pushed the door open. When he opened the door, there was nothing inside. There was no furniture, no curtains, nothing. It's like no one ever lived there. But there was one piece of paper that was in the middle of the floor that Johnny walked over and he picked it up. And the paper said this: "You are a good boy, and I appreciate all the hard work you did for me. Although I'm sure you wanted to, but you never quit. Enjoy your treasure because you earned it. Just remember, all of us are like coal. We all have unlimited potential inside ourselves, depending on how we handle the pressure around us each day. We can all become diamonds, and we can sparkle and make a difference in this world." P.S. If you learn this lesson, you have a treasure greater than diamonds, greater than money, like I promised you. That's the coal story. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much.